Yo, what up guys, it's noname4505 here, and I'm going to be bringing you a replay, something that I haven't done in a while. This is DPP versus Frexa. Basically, what ended up happening was I was on Smog Tours the night before, just watching some battles, watching some Smog Tour. My Smog Tour season's been really awful, so probably not going to get too many videos from that, but there's at least one video, so that's a thing. And then yeah. So, then because I forgot to log out and I didn't shut off my computer, I just left it on. I was still logged in there. So then Frexa messages me and he's like, yo, you want to play DPP? And initially I'm like, yo, why is this still open? But then I'm like, yeah, I'm down for DPP. DPP is my favorite tier to play, so I'm always down for it. And then the only team that I had in Showdown was a Spec Zapdos team that my boy Finch passed me, so shout out to him. And yeah, let's just get this game underway. So I'm going to lead with Zapdos. There is no team preview in this generation, so keep that in mind. And let me slow this down real quick, I forgot to set that. So yeah, he protects the first turn. That means he most likely doesn't have Roar, so that's good information to know. But I'm going to go out to Breloom because he's probably just going to set up his rocks, so it's a good opportunity for me to get off a Toxic Orb and threaten him out with the threat of Seed Bomb. This actually doesn't have Seed Bomb, which oh my god, Skype. Okay, we're back in it. So, that's actually something I'm thinking about changing because as you'll see later in this game, bulky waters like Swampert and I don't know if they have like Melodic or something are actually really difficult for this team to break. They rely on like Zapdos and then like Heatran booming to wear them down. But anyways, he goes out to Skarm, and I just put that to sleep, which is really good, so it can't spike stack on me. But now I go to Starmie, but Tar can potentially come in, and since I'm Life Orb, that's actually a roll about whether or not it'll kill T-Tar, because he is Scarf Tar. If he was, no, actually, they don't run like Naive, because that would be kind of retarded, but that was, like I said, that was actually just a roll there, with the Tar. Hold on, let me pause this real quick, because I haven't done this in such a long time. I feel so weird. But yeah, that was actually a roll. It wasn't a bad roll. I had to get a high roll, and that was like an average roll. But at the end of the day, I did get a lot of damage off onto T-Tar. I showed that I'm not a noob, and I actually predicted the T-Tar switch, so yay for that. But I got a lot of damage off on T-Tar to the point where it can't come back in on rocks. And now the Pursuit is the most optimal place. I just go for Rapid Spin there. And the way the mechanics work is that if you kill yourself to your own Life Orb recoil, at least in this generation, I'm not sure about other generations, but if you kill yourself from your own Life Orb recoil, the hazards disappear before the Life Orb recoil kicks in. So I was able to get rid of his Stealth Rock, at least for a little bit. I believe he's probably, because of how like difficult Swampert is for this team, even though I haven't revealed the rest of my team, he's more than likely going to end up getting rocks up later. But that's a turn that he has to take to get up rocks, which I can get damage off on his Swampert. And because of the way Swampert works, it's a standard bulky water. And even though it's really bulky and it's a good utility mod, it gets worn down very easily, and its only reliable recovery is leftovers. So any damage I can get off him is good damage because the only way it's going to be recovering HP is with leftovers. So yeah, that was that whole sequence right there. So anyways, this is going to prompt in my Heatran. So the reason, like I said, the reason I went for Rapid Spin was to force Swampert to set up rocks on a particular turn. And I could take the opportunity to go to my Heatran. And because I saw the Swampert initially, most people don't carry like 2 water types on their team. So I figured he more than likely wouldn't have Starmie, especially offensive Starmie. He might have like a bulky Starmie, but I didn't really expect an offensive Starmie at all. So I'm gonna go for the Earth Power, just trying to get a defense drop. Now I see that he's gonna stay in. Alright, first of all, I scout to see if he wants to switch out to anything that is not gonna appreciate a Fire Blast, like just off of a whim. And that does the same damage as Earth Power anyway because it's stab and it's really powerful. And I ended up getting the burn, which is really unfortunate, but in my opinion it didn't really matter because he went for Ice Beam right there. And I could have Yeah, I guess with leftovers, he would have been able to take me out the next turn anyway. The reason why I didn't go for boom initially, because my plan was just to weaken him down and coax him into staying in, and then go for explosion to take out the Swampert. But the reason why I didn't do it initially is because I had the Shuka Berry, and I could just wear him down and try and get Spadef drop so I wouldn't have to boom, in case he had a Rotom. Because I was thinking, like, based on his team structure, that he would definitely have some type of Rotom on his team. I wasn't sure what Rotom, but some type of Rotom. So he goes out to Starmie because I guess he wants to conserve his Swampert for Death Fodder. So Starmie ends up coming in and it reveals leftovers, which is good for me because I can go out to T-Tar and there isn't any roll about whether I'll survive or not. And I can just get the Pursuit Trap, and Starmie's at low enough HP from switching into Stealth Rock and switching into Thingamabob, Earth Power, that I could just Pursuit Trap it, no rolls on Pursuit, and just take it out. The crit didn't matter. So now Breloom's going to be revealed. I'm a little bit behind, but yeah, Breloom's going to get revealed. It's going to set up a sub. I'm going to go out to my Breloom because his Pert's low, his T-Tar's almost dead. I'm thinking Last Mon Rotom at this point. I mean, I guess it could be like Agility Zapdos too, because I'm thinking it's definitely an electric type. But I'm definitely thinking it's Rotom in my mind during the game. So I'm just going to sack Breloom because Breloom isn't going to be too useful with my moveset. And I'm just going to go for Facade to try and break the sub, and I'm running a lot of speed on this Breloom, so I know I can more than likely outspeed him and break the sub. Plus he went for Focus Punch anyway. It gives me a free switch out to Heatran, and I can threaten out the Breloom with a Fire Blast, and I can threaten out pretty much every Mon that he has. Because of the fact that his Swampert is so low. That yeah, that's why I did that. And he reveals his last Mon is Zapdos. So I want to see what variant of Zapdos it is. Oh my god. I need to log out of Skype before I do narrations, but it's alright. Okay, so I go up to T-Tar to sack, and just to find out what variant of Zapdos it was. If it was Agility, I don't think I was that worried, because even if he was Life Orb, my Zapdos after one round of rocks could have lived, and I don't know. And he was leftovers, not Life Orb anyway, so it was all good. But he sets up a sub and reveals he's like Subtoxic or something, which I definitely didn't expect, but I guess looking at his team, Subtoxic works, but it's just not a very common variant of Zapdos nowadays. Most of them are like either offensive or something. So anyways, because I'm Scarftar, he has to get out of there because I would win that 1v1, especially because I'm bound to get defense drops. So he sacks Pert at this point and goes out to Breloom. And I just stay in because I know that my Crunch will be able to break the sub of the standard Sub Punch Breloom. So I just decide I'm just going to sack Tar and try and prevent him from getting up a substitute, but he ends up going for Spore, which was a good play because it then allows him to get up a substitute regardless. So I'm going to sack Heatran because looking at his 3 remaining Mons, Heatran won't necessarily be as useful as my Spec Zapdos or my last Mon, which is Superachi. So I'm just going to go right for the Earth Power there with my Heatran because I know that it'll be able to break the sub on standard Sub Punch Breloom. And I know that he's running that because of how much Crunch did to him. And then I could just go to Zapdos at this point and lock myself into T-Bolt. And like I mentioned before, I am Specs. So at this point I'm going to be able to win the game. Like I said, my last was Superachi, and Superachi would have won the game for me anyway. But yeah, at this point the game is over. He's going to go out to Zapdos. Like I said, my Superachi would be able to beat him 1v1 anyway. Even if he somehow won this 1v1 matchup, which I go for T-Bolt there, he roosts up, he tries to hope that I'm like Magnet or something, but I'm not Magnet, I am indeed Specs, so I could just go for T-Bolt and be able to take out the Zapdos in 2 hits, and then Skarmory is obviously going to go down to the T-Bolt because Skarmory's special defense is pretty low. And even if I didn't have Stealth Rock up, that really wouldn't have mattered because the sturdy mechanics in Gen 4 don't work the same as they do in Gen 5. So yeah, that's gonna be the game. Just a solid little friendly game. I thought I'd narrate it because DPP is pretty rad, and yeah. So this narration was really, really bad because I haven't done one of these in a while. But I'm gonna try and get back into the swing of things, and keep saying I'm really self-conscious about that now because I have to give presentations in college. Oh my god, I was just about to say it. I was just about to say it. But yeah. So I haven't really been uploading as much as I want to. I did recently get partnered, if you could check that out. So that was pretty wicked. But yeah, basically, I've been trying to upload at least once or twice a week, but my college internet has been really bad. So once this video goes up, it means I found a way to get videos up onto YouTube. So I'm gonna try like going to the library or something like the public library and see if that'll work. Uh, which I have to go there anyway to do a research paper, so I'll get some books for a research paper and then fuck. I just got into a call while I'm in the middle of a narration because I misclicked. Fuck these faggots. Alright, we're gonna end this narration with a call. But yeah. Okay. This is really bad. I'm out of here.